Hello guys, welcome to Curious Podcasts. I'm Lawless.
And I'm Dr. Drucifer.
So today I'm going to let Drew do the law in the intro. So there you go.
Thank you very much. So, as he said, the law, not the law, not legal, the law, that witch.
Oh,
That witch. So, I don't know about you, but I did happen to bump into her during this past week.
yeah, I did as well.
Well, she didn't say anything about what she might have said to you, but what she said to me was that, she did like what she heard from our first one, but she's made a decree, not a suggestion,
More of a demand.
request. Yes, a demand. It's not even so much as a demand. It's more the law, not the law, but the law. This is like witch legalities.
Podcast law.
Podcast law. So what she's saying is that she wants us to do a word of the week each.
Easy.
I mean, we know me. I'm the intellectual type. I'll come out with something really brainy, and then there's you, the dimwit. He's going to come out with something stupid. You just know he's going to come out with something stupid. However, she did say she only wants you to talk about the Mandela effects every week.
Well, I can see that point.
Yeah, I mean, we know that you've got loads of those things memorised. Me, I've got to do a bit more research just to remember.
Yeah, well, it seems better that way. I'm a conspiracy nut anyway, so.
Definitely more of a one than I am.
And I'm more of a cat than you. So.
Yeah, but you self-identify as a cat.
It's not even a problem for me. This I quite like it.
I know. But she did say that if we don't do as she says, then there will be no more human days for us.
Oh well, that's all right with me, like. But for
Like
the sake of you and the podcast, I'll do it.
And it's like threatening you with a good time.
I know.
So, the first topic that we're going to talk about, that I'm going to talk about, before we get into anything else, is a matter that I feel will be close to your heart.
Me tits.
Other than that.
Oh.
Well, it's funny you should mention tits because the man in question I'm going to talk about has got some mega nipples. His nipples are so big, they could be used as sundials. Ooh. That's right, I'm talking about none other than Joe Rogan.
You know you're going to have to fight Joe Rogan now, right?
And it's funny you should mention fighting Joe Rogan because this has to do with a boxing match.
Oh.
Now you're wondering, Joe Rogan in a boxing match? What the hell did I miss? I love Joe Rogan. So what happened is that Joe Rogan fell for clickbait.
Right.
So he got sent a link in an email about Dad versus whoever in a boxing match. So Joe is led to believe that this is a boxing match between a father and son. So he watches it and he's absolutely devastated watching this video. He is really upset because all he's saying is the dad absolutely wail on his son, just pounding the ever-living lights out of him. And like, how could a dad do that to his own son? Maybe if the son had been a bit uppity, teach him a bit of a lesson, but not to that degree. And Joe Rogan was so upset, and Joe Rogan's on his own show talking about this, and he says going on about how upset by it he was, and the other people that he was there with on doing it while he was talking about it stayed quietly. They stayed quiet. They let him finish before they told him that was clickbait, that it wasn't father and son. I believe it was two YouTubers, because at the end it had their names, their YouTube handles. One was actually just, his handle is Dad,
Right.
and the other guy was Matt Watson.
Right.
Not father and son. It was Dad and Matt Watson. So Joe Rogan was so upset about this father wailing on his own son, only to find out that he had fallen for clickbait. I mean, give him his due. Joe Rogan, said straight away, "God, I'm such a sucker," or words that effect. I don't remember he used the word sucker, but yeah, I mean, it was quite entertaining to watch Moist Critical's commentary video about Joe Rogan making this goof.
Yeah. See, no matter how big you are, how much you do it all the time, you can still fall for shit like that.
No, I mean,
Doesn't matter who you are.
Exactly. Yeah, we're only human, we go off. We have a certain level of trust in people. We don't expect, the people that we know or fans or people who are in a position to trust. You don't automatically think, oh, they're sending me clickbait.
Yeah.
Someone in Joe Rogan's position, someone's sending them a link. Oh, great, this is something that someone wants me to say, maybe use in an upcoming episode. I mean, that's it. You would think that a bit of research would be done by either Joe Rogan or his staff, but in this case, it wasn't done.
Maybe it's just done it to wind them up.
I mean, don't even know who it was who sent him the video,
Sounds like it.
Does it? Sounds like it. But yeah, Joe Rogan made a goof.
Aye.
So what have you got to talk about then, Lawless?
Well, I've just been looking at conspiracy theories, as I do. Is that it?
For context, Lawless was asking me what time we actually started doing the recording, and I showed him that how long we've been recording for already. Admittedly, we've just passed the 7-minute mark, and already it does feel like we should be in excess of 10 minutes by now. But we're only human. Me personally, I've got no concept of time.
I give him a thumbs up, trying to be quiet, and then went, "Is that it?" Totally blew it. Never mind, we're only human.
Only human.
It's only episode 2. Not that it's going to get any better, but
if anything, it'll probably get worse.
Well, I'll be honest, I haven't wrote anything down because
you never do.
I never do.
Completely unorganised. I mean, we've got a Google document that we're both supposed to write in for our preparation. I mean, it's hard to write in this document with pause, but I found a way. Like me, I'm the active sort of like adventurous type cat. I'm going to be out there looking for stuff. He's the lazy house cat. He just lies there, sleeping and eating.
But the conspiracy theories come to me.
That's true. I go looking. He's the magnet.
I didn't really want to be like this. I just stumbled across it one day and I was like,
"This is your happy place."
This is it. Yeah, they do make us happy, because I think life can be quite not boring by any means, but I would like to think that there's more to what we actually see. In conspiracy theories, it's like it's a bit excitement, it's a bit hope, for humans. Maybe we've got a chance,
Well, if we all turn into cats.
Well, it wouldn't be a better place. Like cats with fucking shotguns and tanks.
I mean, the human race are arseholes enough as it is. Imagine if we were cats.
Well, these cats are open about what they are, the dicks.
Yeah, I mean, every street in existence would be a territory dispute.
Fucking little boxes on every corner. Fucking.
I mean, we've kind of got that already. It's called fly tipping.
Aye. But so I found this one this week. It's a conspiracy. Well, I say it found me. It's about Adele, which I'm not a fan of.
The singer?
Yes. And Sam Smith, who I used to be a fan of, but I think he's a bit of a dick now.
Sam Smith, I've not heard of him.
Yeah?
No.
Well, the theory is that they're the same person, so you probably have heard them.
What, under the name Adele?
Yes.
Sam Smith. Let's have a quick look.
I can get my phone and show you.
I've got my own phone. Sam Smith. You know what I'm saying? That we're at a computer right now. You know, I could use that, but you know that would be too simple.
Well, I've got the video that I've seen. But you have a look first.
So it kind of sounds similar to the whole Michael Jackson and Latoya Jackson conspiracy that they were meant to be that Michael was pretending to be his own sister.
Now, apparently Jay-Z is Nicki Minaj. I'm not talking physically. I'm on about in the studio. Because if you speed Jay-Z's voice up, he sounds like Nicki Minaj. Like, it's undeniable.
Right.
This is the video.
Okay, I'm looking at Sam Smith here, and he does look familiar, so I've probably have come across
Oh, you'll know him. He was huge a couple of years ago. He's still quite big now.
Okay.
Right.
There's conspiracy theory out there that Sam Smith is actually Adele in drag.
Let's have a listen beside
Let's have a
each
listen.
other. That's real Sam.
No, real Adele.
Oh, whatever. Got tricky.
Slow down.
Down.
And that's Sam Smith.
And then sped up Sam.
Right. Oh, wow, that's good. That's the bit that sounds amazing.
Yeah, right.
That's crazy,
Isn't it?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
So, I mean, kind of a conspiracy. I mean, we don't really know what happens in the music industry, you know?
No, we really.
It's not that out there, really, considering.
No, it's I've got to admit, I had not come across that one, but it's the idea of that you've got one artist, and then you can either slow them down or speed them up to create a new fictional artist.
Yeah.
You know, and then you've probably got some rando being sort of like the face, but the singing's done by someone else entirely.
You just got to look at the Monkeys. I think the Monkeys mimed every song. You know, there's artists out there who can't sing.
This is true. Classic one is remember the Olympic Games that were held in China? Mm-hmm. How they had that little girl out on stage singing? Whatever it was she was singing. Only she wasn't the one singing. It was another girl who had done the vocals, but the Chinese authority in dealing with the Olympics deemed that she wasn't pretty enough, so they got a pretty girl to mime the words while the talented girl only got to do the lyrics.
Yeah.
You know, and that's not fair, you know, it's not fair.
Have you heard of a singer called Lorraine Crosby?
Lorraine Crosby?
No, you probably haven't.
No.
She's from Shields, right? And you're thinking, well, I've never heard of her. I don't know any songs. South Shields. Not far from us. Have you heard the song I Would Do Anything for Love?
Meatloaf.
Yes.
Yes.
She was the vocals.
No, yeah, I had heard that. You know, I was thinking Lorraine Crosby. That does sound a little familiar, but I'm not really sure. I heard that the woman in the video for that song was not the woman who had done the singing.
She was just a model. She got 5 record deal offers because everyone thought she was the singer, and it wasn't. So, and poor Lorraine Crosby didn't get any. Well, I think she got credit for it eventually.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So what was it? She wasn't beautiful enough.
I don't know, because she was quite good looking actually. I think it was more just something happened on that day and it was easier to just instead of reshooting the video or something.
Right.
So it's not really a conspiracy theory, really. It's I think it's just the music industry. But yeah, that's mine.
I don't think. I mean, the music industry itself is just one big. I don't even know what word to use.
But it's a money maker, isn't it?
Well, no, it's about how things are. It's like hidden.
Yeah.
classic one dealing with that would be the K-pop industry.
Oh yeah.
Korea.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the whole thing about the idols, like the whole idol thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, to the public eye, everyone, all of these idols are supposed to be single. If they're in a relationship,
Yes.
the relationship has to be hidden from the public because the producers in the Korean pop music industry are under the impression that if an idol is known to be in a relationship, then they become less desirable,
Definitely, yeah.
and then they won't get the sales.
It's true. Yeah.
You know, I mean, there are some very well-known K-pop artists who have, you know, where it has come out in recent years about it, where I think one of them either got suspended or even got fired from the record label.
I heard about that, yeah.
Because they got exposed as being in a relationship. Now, they hadn't leaked it themselves, someone else had found
That's
out
right,
and leaked
aye.
it. And because they weren't good enough at keeping it a secret, they were no longer, you know, that their employment was terminated.
Yeah, that's not fair. I know that. Yeah, I remember that one. But, I mean, it's true in a way. I mean, it is a money maker. You know, it's a business. It was like the Osmonds. Osmonds were massive.
Mm.
Donny Osmond got married and it killed it.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, he was still quite successful, don't get us wrong. But, yeah, you killed it. Because, I mean, no one's going to want a married man hanging on the wall, are they?
No, you know, I don't know why. I don't know, this is going to sound really weird and random, but that fits with us. When you mentioned the Osmonds, the first thing that came into my head that I wanted to say was, oh yeah, they're like the music version of the Baldwins.
Basically, aye.
And,
Yeah.
and then you went on about how Donny Osmond killed it. And I was like, yeah, now they really are like the Baldwins.
I'll fight him, no problem.
What, Donny Osmond or?
No, I really like Donny Osmond. Seems like a really nice guy. But Alec Baldwin, on the other hand, I'd rip their lip. No, I'm not going to threaten anyone. No, I'm not calling anyone out.
No, you need to save your energy for Jimmy Neal.
I think Jimmy Neal would. I think he'd be quite hard, actually. If you're all listening, Jimmy, it was a joke.
Well, you know, he is hard as nails.
I thought maybe that's why they call him Nail. And there's me. Come on, then.
But he just takes a chunk out of you and you feel like his teeth are all just nails digging into your flesh. Yeah, that was a good
That was quite good for me, actually.
Yeah, that was good for you. Okay, so I'm going to jump right in with my word of the week.
Oh, yeah, we'll go.
Here we go. My word of the week is polyglot. Now, a polyglot is somebody who knows fluently more than 3 languages.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so you can either be monolingual, which is like us, we only know English. Even then, that's up for debate. You can be bilingual.
Yeah.
Or trilingual. Or you're a polyglot. So there you go. That's my word of the week.
Nice. Well, my word of the week is apple. And it's something you can eat.
Or surf the internet with.
Oh, aye.
Or if you play Minecraft, you can turn it into gold and maybe enchant it, you know, and become invulnerable.
Let's keep it simple.
When do I ever do anything simple?
Well, let's not go there. So the Mandela effect.
Oh yes,
So, do you remember Snow White?
of course.
What was the famous catchphrase that everyone knows? It involves a mirror. Or a mirror.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?
Wrong. Magic mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all?
Oh yes, I remember hearing about
They've
it.
changed it.
Yes, magic mirror on the wall, not mirror, mirror. Now, was it that in the original fairy tale it was magic mirror, or was it that even in the Disney production it was also magic mirror? But
I don't know. I'll be honest, I didn't look massively into it. because it's like the Forrest Gump one as well. Whether it's we've heard someone else say it, see, but it's still a collective memory. Like, everyone should know what the line is.
Mm-hmm.
How can so many people get it wrong?
What you mean, like the infamous line from Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back?
Yeah. It was always, look, I am your father. But apparently now it's, no, I am your father. Even the guy who fucking said it got it wrong. Now, that's some crazy shit.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of James Earl Jones, just going to sidetrack a little.
Actually, my uncle, him.
Everybody's your uncle.
Yeah.
I just found out that in the recent series on Disney Plus, the Obi-Wan Kenobi series,
Yeah.
Darth Vader's in there. And you know, when Darth Vader's talking, James Earl Jones talking,
Yeah.
and everyone's like, yeah, James Earl Jones is back as Darth Vader. Wrong. James Earl Jones did not come back to voice Darth Vader in Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Right.
Now, something had happened with James Earl Jones that I already knew about before Obi-Wan Kenobi came out.
Uh-huh.
And that was to make sure that James Earl Jones is getting on in his age. And they wanted to ensure that if, like, years down the line, if they were having Darth Vader, they weren't going to have to recast the voice of Darth Vader. So James Earl Jones did a
shitload of voice work.
Well, no, it was more like a digital imprint of his
Right.
voice. Have you ever watched the Mission Impossible movies?
Yes.
So when they're impersonating someone, and they have to have that person say like a phrase,
Yes.
so they can capture all the different inflections, and then they can use the voice modulator to reproduce that person's voice, so that whenever you talk, you sound like that person.
Clever stuff, yeah.
Well, they did like a more modern day technology version of that with James Earl Jones, so that whenever they were using Darth Vader on screen, they could just use that, type in what these lines are,
Yeah.
and the computer would say the lines, not James Earl Jones himself.
Yes.
So all of Darth Vader's lines in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series is actually from a computer, from a machine,
That's good.
not James Earl Jones himself.
Does he still get paid? Is he still alive?
Oh, he's still alive. He's still alive.
He's getting royalties for them.
I would hope so.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's alright, isn't it?
Yeah.
If anyone wants my voice, you're more than welcome, but I want paid.
Yeah. We need the money.
Yeah.
We're running out of cheeseburgers in the freezer.
Give all your money. That's what we're saying. But I could have done something like that with Stan. Is it Stanley? Him off Marvel.
Stanley, yeah.
Haven't they got loads of footage of him for future movies and stuff?
They did do a load of them in advance because of his age, he didn't have long left. Obviously, Stanley, rest in peace. He has passed on now. But because his health was starting ill, they did a lot of cameos for him up front for projects that were not even close to being finished yet. Whether they've still got any more in the bag left to use, or if they've now run out of Stanley footage, I don't know.
I mean, you've seen what they can do with CGI and stuff.
Yeah, not all of it's good. No, just look at the Princess Leia footage from the end of Rogue One. That CGI, de-aging Carrie Fisher, that was horrible. That was terribly done.
Yeah, if it's done right, it can be good. But yeah.
But on the topic of movies, since we're on the topic of movies, that actually leads quite nicely into my second discussion point.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this one, this particular topic, was brought to me by my own father.
All right.
Not Darth Vader. No, Lucifer. I am your father.
No, Lucifer, you're not getting any more pocket money.
Oh, you said that a long time ago. No, it's what he mentioned to me about. What he said was that the CIA had stuck the nose in where movies were concerned, in what happened movies pulled or banned, you know. And the movie in question that he mentioned was Soldier Blue.
Yeah.
Now, I've done a bit of digging, you know, and Soldier Blue's still out there. You know, you can get your hands on it if you know how. But there's no mention about the CIA, revoking the movie, having the movie banned, or attempting at having banned. I can't find any mention of that. But while looking into that, I did come across a list of films that have been banned mainly in the United States.
Yes.
And one in particular is one that got banned supposedly, allegedly, because there's no actual evidence. It's only, should we say, I would have to say probably like hearsay. You know, it's only an accusation that's been levied that the FBI caused the movie to disappear. And the movie in question is The Spook Who Sat by the Door.
Right.
Which is based on... Well, that was a movie by Ivan Dixon in 1973. And it's based on a novel by Sam Greenlee. And the movie is about the first black man to ever be recruited into the CIA.
Alright.
You know, there's some controversy about the themes and tones of the movie. But here's the thing. The film was, you know, it was produced independently. When it was completed, it was released by United Artists. But while it was still in theatres, not long after its release, it got pulled. All prints were destroyed. The negative got stored under a different title.
Yeah.
And Sam Greenlee, before he died in 2014, he claimed that it was the FBI who caused the film to disappear. He said that he'd had not that he'd had, but FBI agents had been visiting theatre owners, telling them to pull the movie from the screens.
Yeah.
But, as you would expect, there's no official documentation about this having
Well, you're
taken
not going to
place.
admit it, are you?
No, it's quite an interesting one though. It's like, you know, if the FBI hadn't done it, why would Sam Greenlee, you know, be saying back in the 70s?
Well, exactly, yeah.
You know, or the FBI have had the movie adaptation.
Sounds like you was
of my
doing it for
book,
attention on TikTok, was it?
Well, no,
Different time, wasn't it?
different time.
People didn't like the God, you were conspiracy theorists back then fucking hell. You didn't get a podcast. You most probably got hide in jail, shot, or banned.
Yeah, you would just be disappeared.
Disappear.
That said, though, that still happens today.
Yeah, it still happens.
It still happens there. People are disappeared. You know, it's I mean, this is probably a discussion topic for another day, but certain cancer researchers,
Yes.
you know, I believe in about a decade or so ago, there was a cancer research team who seemed to have found some sort of like really good treatment for cancer, and then all of a sudden, never heard anything more about it.
Aye.
Never heard more about the team. You never heard more about the treatment. It was just gone.
But all I'll say about that is they make a lot of money.
Yep, they make a lot of money in keeping us ill.
Yep. It's like water powered cars. What they're going to do with all that oil?
And that's what they're going to do once the oil's run out. That's the thing. We need to be looking at it. We do need to be looking at
Years alternatives, man.
I'll tell you one that I have just heard about today. This has just come like a couple of days ago. Oh, it's a massive leap for the energy industry. It's something that scientists have been working on for decades now. And about 2 or 3 days ago, they finally accomplished it. a successful fusion reaction.
Oh yeah, I seen it. Aye.
You know, that they finally managed to successfully create a fusion reaction.
Yeah, I seen that.
For those who don't know what a fusion reaction is, it's where you put energy in, but you get more energy out of it than what you put in.
Kind of like a self-perpetuating energy source.
Um,
in
yeah.
a way.
I think so. I can't remember the ins and outs of how fusion works. Well,
Clever
I never
shit.
knew the ins and outs of how fusion works.
Oh,
Yeah,
aye.
yeah. I'm not. If I knew the ins and outs, I'd probably have a degree and be a well-paid scientist by this point. You know. So
Too clever for us.
yeah, but you know, it's a step in the right direction. You know, if we now can have fusion energy, and don't get me wrong, it's going to have its dangers.
Oh, aye. Like,
You know, like anything. I mean, it's like what they've done is that it's essentially like they've created a miniature sun
yes.
because that's how stars operate. You know, fusion. You know, and but yeah, it's going to be dangerous. It's probably going to be even more dangerous than nuclear. You know, it's
Early days, or it?
Well-
Not as advanced as what we think. But we'll see.
we'll see.
We can only get better. Ish.
Well, no, we could also get worse. We are only human after all.
I'll tell you what, next week's topic. Now you've got to think about stuff that is CERN,
Oh,
the Large Hadron Collider.
yeah.
So there you go. I've actually written one down this week.
Well, I've written it down for you.
Small steps.
Small steps. But, well, anything else that you wanted to talk about?
I think that's about it.
Ah,
Wrap it up.
Oh, that's it from me as well.
I just want to say it in in advance. Thanks for listening. We appreciate it. If you give a like, follow, all that kind of stuff, it'll be much appreciated.
Oh, yeah, and we also do have a YouTube channel now as well.
Hi, I'm famous.
Curious Podcasts. Just give us a search now and again. We'll while we're playing whatever games we play together, we end up doing like impromptu, like podcast type discussions. Don't ask how we're able to play games while we're in cat form. That's a secret. We're not telling you. But yeah, anything that happens there, you know, we'll be uploading them to the Curious Podcasts YouTube channel, so you can.
Cats can wear VR, surely.
Let's not give away the secrets.
Oh, aye.
I mean,
I mind your business, right?
anyway, with VR, that's just for the visual side of it.
Motion sensors. Meow, meow.
Stop giving away the secrets!
Anyways, on that note, we'll see you next week.
Oh, it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from him.
Meow.